Good morning, good morning, good morning. Facebook, Instagram family, TikTok, and YouTube. Thank you guys for joining me for another episode of Back to the World, my brother and my sister's keeper. Also, Sonetquity Book Club and Publishing Company, Billionaires Roundtable Conference. Thank you guys for coming on board, and we're going to get this thing started this morning. Yesterday we talked about the state of the reunion addressed, and we're addressing how we need to reunite and what it is that we need to do the whole bit. Today I'm going to talk about something a little different, and just bear with me. I don't get many of my comments and questions during my live. What happens is a lot of people would watch and replay. And when they watch and they replay, then they will hit me in my inbox, or they will leave a comment in the message and what have you. And I'll get back to them. And, I had a few interesting messages that were left last night. And I'm going to talk about a little bit of that in a minute. So I'm about to fire up. All right. Okay. Before we get started, we're going to talk about going out to our book club, to our publishing company, and purchasing your book of the month, right? Whatever that may be. Purchase it from our online retail bookstore. The name of our store is Sonetquity Publishing Company, and our website is www.bookshop.org/shop/Sonetquity. Okay? You can purchase all of your literary and reading needs from our bookstore. We are a black bookstore. We are a black bookstore every day, 24/7, 365. All right? So, purchase your books from us, and then together, as a monthly member, you don't have to pay to subscribe. All you have to do is purchase your books from us once a month. And everyone in your book club, let them know. Share that with them. And let us show you what we'll do for our community. And now, see, when I say our community, not just in the block where we live, right? We're talking all over the United States, helping all of our underserved communities and what have you. You got a lot of our young brothers and sisters, man, that are doing a lot of great things, but they're doing it on a budget. They're doing it on a shoestring. And I think that if all of us were together, were together, we can succeed much faster and much stronger. All right? So, go to our bookstore, www.bookshop.org/shop/Sonetquity. Sonetquity is spelled Sonetquity. And what Sonetquity stands for? Social networking with equity. All right? Thank you guys. All right? Next, we want to advertise our Botana oil, ladies and gentlemen. This is the miracle hair growth product, straight from Honduras, 100% raw. I mean, its results are amazing. They're magical even. Dr. Sebi talked about it. Before Dr. Sebi died, before he was unalived, Dr. Sebi recommended this for your hair, alopecia, psoriasis, eczema, dry skin, and stretch marks and what have you. This is the miracle growth. All right? Go to our page. DM me, and you can purchase your 2-ounce jar or your 4-ounce jar All right, and then we can drop ship it for you if you advertise it on your site. You advertise it on your site, on your web page, or on your post or timeline, and your people will purchase it from you, and they will send the money to you. You will then forward all of their requests to us, the address and everything, and we in turn will do the drop shipping. You get paid $3 for each sale. Okay? And if you want to become an affiliate, now we're going to be your plug. All right? So you will start your own product. For those of you who want to start your own business with Botana oil, let's say right now you got a bunch of clients that's interested, or a bunch of people that's interested in it. If you got a bunch of people that's interested in it right now, okay? Hold on just a second, y'all. What's going on, brother? What's happening with you?
Can't hear you.
Which one you on?
Ain't no sound.
No sound on?
No. I was trying to text you to let you know.
Hold up, let me see. Let me see when I do this. I'm trying to see which one I'm at. I can't quite.
I think it's this one, because you went to this one first. Wait, it might be this one, because you're...
This one. Okay, look. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my face in.
All right.
Put my face in this one.
Let me see. Nah, it's this one.
Okay, I put my face in this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's see.
Yep, it's this one.
Okay.
I don't hear nothing.
Man, you know what? I had somebody else hit me. I can't see it from here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a technical glitch here. And we're trying to... Okay, can you hear it now? Still can't hear it?
You might have to close that one down.
I have to close it down. This is what I'm about to do here. Okay, I'm going to finish that. All right, let me see. Did it go off just now?
See you messing with it. Yep, it's gone. See, now the volume back.
Okay, I don't know what's that. You know what? I'm going to turn it off. Turn it back on. It got me totally off my
Yeah, you were talking too. I'm like, Uncle, can't hear you.
Man.
Going hard.
Yeah, it got me totally off, man. Damn, man. What's going on with you, man? Damn.
Then trying to get these shows together.
Yeah, man. See, it done killed my vibe. This one here always seemed to be the problem. Okay.
I want to show you something.
Good morning, Thomas.
This the event I was telling you, that important event I want you to come to.
Oh, the Legends.
Yeah.
April 5th. Man, keep me up on it and remind me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, man, I hate to forget. And sometimes I'll run early during the day. And then when I come in, like you see me coming in the afternoons, I come inside, man, and I'm in for the evening, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the next morning, somebody tell me, man, what happened to you? We were looking for you at the... I said, oh, man, I forgot it. And I really be wanting to go. Let me see what's...
Yeah, we just added this dude here to the flyer, and he just sells shit, so I know that's why you can come. Let me show you his flyer. He sell clothes. That's his flyer.
Huh.
He gonna bring his clothes and stuff up there.
Okay. Okay, so you're saying that I can bring our product.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
All right.
Either your book, your product,
Right.
don't matter.
I need to get some actual books because they got to go to my store in order to purchase the books.
Oh, you ain't got like no.
I don't have
no web page or no
Yeah.
card thing. They can walk by your thing and just scan it.
So that's what I need.
Yeah, that's what they doing now. You can print it out, get a cue card, print it out, and all I gotta do is walk up to your phone, where your booth at, and scan it, and it's gonna pop up.
And they can go straight to the.
Yep.
That's what the QR code is.
Yep. That's
right.
how they doing it. When they be doing them pop up and vendors and shit.
Yeah.
They be having them little cue codes on they little table.
You know what, man? You put me on game. I need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Check your deal and see if I'm on now.
All right.
And see if you can hear it.
And what else I was thinking for you will be live?
What's that?
If you had a green screen in the back, and while you doing your podcast and you talking and you trying to show people, give people views and shit.
Of different things?
Yeah.
How can I, but I see I don't know how to navigate that and do that. See, like right now, if I wanted to show my before and after pictures and the whole bit, I don't know how to link that in and segue that in. That's something that I want to know. I see everybody do it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm talking about. You know, I got content for days, but it's just that I don't know how to navigate through the system and place everyone in. Is it coming through now? It's coming through now. Great. Okay, we're back on live, right? I'm gonna try to catch up. But that's what Skinny. What you're saying is absolutely correct. In other words, while I'm talking right now, I can have to the left of me an illustration or another screenshot or showing some statistics or some of our merch. In other words, instead of me having to hold my book up, my book will show up in the corner like that. My book will show up in the corner of the screen. And I've always wanted to do that. And ladies and gentlemen, what you guys got to realize, I'm an old man in a young person's game. And I mean, sometimes, I mean, you know, I don't want to get ahead of myself, man, but I'm just blessed to be here. And I started a podcast earlier or sooner than a lot of the younger people. But I don't have that neck. I got on with all thumbs, man. And I just kind of went at it because all I know what to do is turn my camera on, get in front of the camera, crank up the mics, and then just tell the truth. Just go with what I go.
Well,
but
first of all, you need a podcast set up. This cool.
I got that.
What you doing?
I got the mics.
You got the everything. Then they got these hookup ports for that stuff. Like in case you wanna, I'm gonna look it up for you on Amazon.
Okay.
Cause I thought about doing the podcast too. And they got all kind of stuff for your podcast.
Yo, see, it then got very, very sophisticated. Here's the thing, right? And I'm glad we're having this conversation. So just freestyle. Don't worry about what I was going to talk about, because what I was going to talk about, I'm not going to talk about it anymore. When I was in prison, I used to watch the sports. I used to watch the sports channel. I used to watch Fox Sports and ESPN.
Yeah.
And I would see the sports reporters, the athletes, just sitting in a room. You know, bad lighting, no makeup, and they're sitting at a desk with a microphone in their face, and they're just talking, no echo, no music, no nothing, and it was live. So I watched them do that, and I sat back and I said, you know what? I want to do that. And this was in about 2016.
Yeah, it wasn't even cracking.
Right. This is about 2015, 2000, and I know why I know it's 16 because it was 15 or 16, coming to the end of 15, the beginning of 16, because I transferred to another prison institution, and I used to watch the sports with these younger guys every day. I know what year it was because I know how I was watching the program. But anyway, I would see these guys just sitting there talking. And they'll be by themselves. They'll be screaming at the screen, and then people will be coming on and, like, you know, saying, "Hey man, I like what you're doing." And they say, "Caller on line 1, what do you think?" "I think your show is a piece of shit." Yeah, well, fuck you, blah blah blah. You know.
Yeah.
And but I saw that and I said, "Man, I like that. I like that they were going live." Nobody, no producer or production manager, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, you know what, man? I want to do that, man. I said, what's that called, a podcast? I said, I want to do that. I said, I don't know what I want my subject to be on. But when I get home, man, and I didn't even have clemency yet. I said, but one day I want to do that. So then when I got clemency, I said, man, I don't know what I'm going to do as far as business, but I'm going to start a podcast. And I think I'm going to make my podcast about people coming home from prison.
Yeah.
So as soon as I came home, I got all my equipment. I looked at the phone. I looked at, people using phones the whole nine. So right before COVID, I was doing a podcast. I was on doing a podcast live, and I was getting a whole lot of views when COVID came around because people were at home.
Oh, yeah.
And then I had a lady friend of mine tell me, she said, Tony, why don't you do production? No, why don't you get you a producer? In other words, to whereas you have some intro music, right? You have commercials, and you have little breaks in the commercials and everything, and then you have that, and you come on and I see everybody. So I'm like, I said, if I do that, then I'm gonna be like a regular TV program.
Podcast, the major podcasts like Kai, they don't have commercials or
none of
music in their background.
None of that. But now here's the thing. Kai has an audience, so Kai is an exception to the rule. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kai is an exception to the rule. Kai makes $60 million a year. He's an exception. But now, what happened? At first, everybody was just live. You had a girl that's in her bedroom, singing and talking and doing bullshit. You had a dude working out, just like. So I like that because it was just natural. But then people start elevating. They start having what you're saying. They start having the screen where you can put all the different things to the side, click on and move around. They had the music. They had where they'll do commercials or whatever the situation. And now that's where it's gone. But I'm still doing it the old-fashioned way. And I'm behind time, bro. And just what you said, with the green screen behind me, that's modern times. I got to step it up.
Yeah. That's going to attract the attention.
I gotta step it up, man. See, I admire little kids like Kai Sonat. See, here's the thing, right? Your son or your daughter, they probably can get on here, and they probably could be a bigger success at this podcast than both you and I.
A bigger influence.
Because they have a big audience.
Yeah.
See, not a whole lot of people really want to. You don't have no one that is our age just really knocking out the park just raw. They probably already have a name, and then they get a syndication behind them, and then they get a whole production team where they have a actual studio. They got a production manager, a light man, and all that other kind of shit. You feel me? And your kids could probably get on with a subject that all the kids around high schools all over the United States would be interested in. And naturally, think about Kai Sonat. What is he talking about? I mean, you're younger than me.
He really don't be really talking about nothing.
About nothing?
Yeah. I ain't knocking his screen.
No, let's talk the truth.
He really don't be talking about nothing.
He don't have nothing, but he have the stars
stuff
on there. Yeah. That's on there, and it's real goofy. But at first he didn't have the stars.
Yeah.
But the stars and all that start liking him. That's just like Funny Marco.
Yep. Yeah.
Same way.
Yeah.
I mean, they're real silly. I get his jokes. I could do that. But who's gonna laugh at me when I'm doing that kind of shit? Who's gonna tune in every day to see that?
Yeah.
And what I'm talking about, real life issues the whole bit. But see, the people that I'm trying to reach, I'm not offering them. I'm not looking to give them something that they think they're getting for nothing.
Yeah.
Right? And you got people that can package bullshit much better than other people package real shit.
Yep, you're right.
You see, so now, and I can't get on here and lie. I don't know how to get on here and be fake.
Yeah.
And then when I tell people what's coming down the road, they say, man, all that nigga talking all that negative shit, man. But this doom and gloom, man. We're in an era right now, Skinny, where black people are gonna slide deeper and deeper down this cesspool, down this hole, because of the things that are happening and all the programs that's being taken away from blacks.
Yeah.
Follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And let me show you. When I try to offer people an opportunity, because the only way we're gonna make it is we all come together.
Yep.
That's the only way we're gonna make it.
Only way.
And see, when all of our leaders tell us to come together, they don't have a plan or they don't have an actual format for you to come together. With Sonetquity Book Club, we have I'm talking about from top to bottom. It's not convertible. From top to bottom, we have a plan for all of our people to come together. But when I tell some of the people to plan the whole bit first, then they say, "Oh man, that sounds like a Ponzi scheme," or "Man,
Yeah.
you know, man." But you know what? Let me tell y'all something, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna take a Ponzi scheme to get our ass up out of the trouble that we're in. Either you're gonna end up joining a business that you deem a Ponzi scheme, or you're gonna get out here and you're gonna end up selling drugs. That's what you're gonna end up doing. And if that's what you choose to do for your family to survive, I get it. I ain't got no problem with it. But the point I'm making is this. If you've gotten so desperate, you know how desperate you have to be to say, you know what, I ain't got nothing left for me to do but to sell drugs, to put food on my family's table. You know how far you had to have dropped?
Yeah.
So now when I offer you something that's totally legit, and it's something that you can go to your community and have them sign up to do, why would you choose the former as opposed to the latter?
Yeah.
So if you see, it's like this, ladies.
Because they thinking about the right now.
Right. That's all you're thinking about is the right now.
Right now.
You're thinking about the right now.
Instead
He
of
said it
longevity.
perfect, man. The right now.
That
see?
right now money. I learned that right now money. For one, it don't last and it's dangerous.
Mm. And you know what, Skinny? To add to that, the right now money. I think that people get caught up between the right now money and I don't know what's best money.
Money, yeah.
See, because if you even let's say if a business was a Ponzi scheme, right?
Yeah.
If a business was a Ponzi scheme and I had to choose between that Ponzi scheme and getting out here and selling drugs again in order to feed my family, I'm gonna Ponzi my ass off.
I ain't lying.
I'm gonna Ponzi my ass
be
off.
a Ponzi boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna Ponzi my ass off. So you
Yep.
ain't hungry enough. You ain't desperate enough. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you pass up an opportunity like this, think about it. Look, Avon is a network marketing company. Amway is a network marketing company. DirecTV is a network marketing company. You got thousands upon thousands of network marketing companies, and these companies are not illegal. But you'll turn down that when your kid doesn't even have lunch money. You'll turn down that when you don't even have gas for your car. That's why I say you're not desperate enough. And see, that's what separates me from a lot of people. Before I let my family starve, I would get out there and do something. You follow what I'm saying? And now what I'm saying is this. Going back to drugs wouldn't be my first choice. But you can rest assured, if my family's starving, I am going to do something and I'm going to make some shit happen.
Make it happen.
I'm going to make some shit happen. And I don't know what is wrong with society today. It's like you want the glamour. You want to determine how you want to earn your money.
Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
What's up, baby?
And I just think that is the problem with us today. You know what I mean? We don't. You all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You know, we want to pick and choose how we want to make money. I was going to talk about one of my calls earlier before I found out one of my cameras wasn't working. You know, I had one of my young cohorts, man, one of my young guys that has come home from prison, and he's having a difficult time transitioning.
Hey, my partner.
Mm-hmm. Good morning. Yeah. he's having a difficult time transitioning. So he was asking me, what did I think about transitioning? Hey, brother. Yeah. What you got going on?
I can't.
You want to join this podcast with me? What? Man, we're going to change the subject. We're going to talk about business. But here's the thing. Man, somebody shattered my 2 rear windows, man, in my truck.
She was telling me, because I asked her why she was on the bus.
Right.
And she was telling me they came and got her.
Her situation.
Had a match,
right. Right.
She told me that because I came out here the other day, I'm like, where the damn? One car must be in the shop and the other he must be driving or something. That's what I said.
And that's what it is. It's in the shop. It should be ready sometime today.
But you must have put it in the shop right after you got the window busted because both cars was missing.
Well, I did. Matter of fact, I took it to the shop the day that it happened. Right.
Yeah, okay.
Because they had about 9 other.
That was 2 days ago. What about 2 or 3 days ago?
Saturday morning.
Saturday morning. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, it was Saturday morning, man, and it's like, but see, I normally leave my door open, and see, somebody went in there. When the situation happened with everybody.
Her car got broke in too.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Well, they went in my deal in the middle console. They left this hair care product on my console, and like this.
That's when you knew.
And they had and my lid was up.
Uh-huh.
And I said, damn. But see, what I do when I come home early, I don't hit my alarm and I come on in. I don't lock it. And that was my purpose of not locking it. But one night I got in late because I had gone out of town. And I got in about maybe 11 o'clock and I was tired. And just off instinct, I turned and I hit the door. I hit the lights, the lock. And the crazy thing is, in my sleep, I thought about that. I said, man, and I didn't even get up and unlock it. I just, that was it. When I came out Saturday to get in it, I looked, and you can't see the back window has been cracked. I saw where they dug into the mold, and see, that's what's taking a long time. They gotta fix that. So they dug in trying to force that open to get behind the window, and they couldn't. So I saw the damage. I saw the camera's not working. See the cord light unloose? And I could have seen it too. So I got to go up there now and have them to take a look.
Okay.
And
is it pretty bad? I mean,
it's noticeable. The windows shat. I mean,
but they busted one out.
They didn't bust it out.
Okay.
But they shattered it. The tent is holding it together.
Yeah,
right.
Okay.
So that's what I noticed. So you can't see it from the outside.
Yeah. Okay.
On the inside, you get in, it's all shattered, man.
Yeah.
And so that kind of just frustrated me a bit, man. Well, even still, my alarm didn't go off. And if they're doing it 2, 3, and see, I get up at 3:30 in the morning, so they had to do it in between 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and 3 o'clock.
Right.
They had to do it between that period.
Right.
So, but and I can usually hear when I hear people moving around or walking.
Yeah.
I can usually hear that, or if they talking.
Every time if I come out late, dump in the trash or something, because that's normal.
Right.
I'm going.
Right.
You got your shades open. You can see
Yeah.
the TV lights on.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm saying, and I'm usually light, and I can see.
Right.
The move, but whatever reason, man, they got me.
Okay.
And
But I'm sorry to hear that, man.
yeah, they got me, man. They got a couple of people. So, man, anyway, that's that, man. What's been going on, brother?
Oh man, shit! I'm gonna get the surgery done again.
Oh, okay.
Same problem.
Okay.
They was talking about ending my workman's comp by June.
Right.
And I told the doctor, then what I'm gonna do now? I'm still hurting. Now, if I go get this thing done here, it's not a guarantee that I'm gonna be fixed.
Right. Right.
But I'm still employed now.
Right.
I'm on workman's comp.
Right.
But I ain't got no income because I've been off a whole year, 24.
Right.
So I don't have no record of no
See?
income.
You know, just to kind of segue to what we're talking about on here. See, this
Uh-huh.
is what I'm talking about when I talk to my audience, man, and what's happening with us as black people right now. It ain't no different from when you and I first started talking and I first introduced my business model to
Right.
you. You have a lot of us, man, not just people our age, but a lot of blacks are getting ready to lose their jobs. They're gonna lose their homes. They're gonna lose their vehicles, right? And everybody tells us to come together, but yet you don't do it. You don't know how. So when I tell you a way on how to come together and how we can sustain ourselves as a people, the first thing people say, I don't want to be a part of that. That's a Ponzi scheme. But you'll rather starve, or you'll rather suffer, or you'll rather just sink into depression, right? And I was telling my audience yesterday that a lot of my comrades, man, and I talked to that comment on my page, they're like quitters, right? But they feel like, you know what, there ain't nothing left for me to do but just to get back out in these streets and start selling drugs again. So I'm saying, how can you have the courage or the desire to go out and do that
And risk everything.
and you don't even want to try what I'm telling you to? You see, man, the government has poisoned our minds so much, bro.
Okay, I was going to lean into that.
Go ahead.
I have something else I want to say.
Please say it.
And I'm thinking when you talk to me, my mind works in a positive way, not in a negative way.
Okay.
My positive way, what you were saying is that they need a model. You already have a model, but they haven't seen how the model works.
How it works.
In other words, they have to actually see. We stuck on it. We have to see it to believe it, or it has to be seen doing it. You
We have to
it's
see
it's just
somebody.
like- it's just like if I dig a ditch. You don't know I'm digging a ditch until you see me
Until I
digging
see,
the ditch.
until I actually see. In other words, I'm gonna know you dug a ditch. Either I'm gonna see you with the shovel digging a ditch,
Mm-hmm.
or I'm gonna have to see you standing there one day, and then the next day I see a big hole there.
Yeah, the big hole there. Who dug the ditch?
The person
Okay.
I saw standing
Now,
there.
that's the example I was trying to use. What I'm using, but for us as men, what I know, what you know,
Mm-hmm.
what you already showed me, and
Right.
I already know.
Right.
Not excuse, but facts. I don't have a line of people that I can say, hey man, follow me. I don't have a followers. Because see, basically, what you got going, it's a follower. And when I mean by follow, black people don't follow black people.
No.
They follow motherfuckers that's going to sell them a dream that ain't going to never happen.
Right.
But when you sell them a dream that will work, oh man, I don't want to do all that. I'd rather go risk all my money on this motherfucker over here and he'll take it and I'm just say, okay, he just took my money.
Right.
I don't know how we got brainwashed like this,
Yeah.
but
and
we are.
It's sad, brother. It's
But
sad.
we are. It's a true fact today.
Because what you say is this, man. You say when you say you don't have the people to follow, that means that you're saying that you don't have the audience.
I don't have
right?
an audience.
And you know what's crazy? We have nothing but audience. Why? Because so many of our people are doing badly. So many of our people need things like this. What happens is this, though. We get so used to depending on the government or the system granting things to us, and we become lazy, right?
Yeah.
We become lazy. And
I don't want that. I want to get all they took from me and get it for free
well,
myself.
if they,
I just
I get that, but here's the thing, though. I get that at the age that we are. You follow me?
I got you. I
get that at the age that we are. But see, if you were younger, you'll probably be doing that. Then you'll still have your little hustle on the side.
Mm-hmm. And
Right?
I want that hustle on the side.
You see
Now,
what I'm saying?
Don't get me wrong. I want to have a hustle, but but the hustle got to be like a hush because they're interfering with the government. Government don't want to know if you got a hustle.
And see, here's the thing. That's the position that we as black people have been placed in.
Mm-hmm.
And keep in mind what's happening, right? You got a lot of uppity blacks. I've never been one, but I know people who probably accuse me of being one because of my income and the monies that I've had.
Okay, I got
See,
you on
so
that.
they looked at my lifestyle and they probably figured that I was uppity. But no, I was always for my brothers and my sisters, right? But what's getting ready to happen? So you got a lot of blacks that's looking down their noses at most of the other blacks, and they're saying that you could have achieved if you really, really wanted to. And don't get me wrong, there's a few of us that are very, very sharp and very smart and could have done a whole lot better in life. I'm being one, right? I'm being one. But you have to understand they are an anomaly. In other words, meaning that they are rare. Why? Because the way the system is designed to suppress and oppress all black people, right? And see, you got some that just don't have the energy and the strength to fight to overcome it. So they just take whatever the system do to them, right? But every now and then, you know, like this here, man. If everybody's on a Ferris wheel holding on, and they holding on for dear life, and you speed it up and turn around, you're gonna have a few that's gonna let go, or either a lot gonna let go, but you're gonna have a few that hold on and survive. So you have blacks like Jay-Z. You have blacks like Dr. Dre. You have blacks like Snoop or whatever in the whole bit. Then you have those who are in business and they're going to make it successfully regardless because they are an exception to the rule. All of us can't do that.
No, it's not for all of us. Well, I ain't gonna say it's not for all of us to do that. But the rules are there has to be a level or seniority.
A playing field.
Yeah, because you can if everybody was on the same playing field, nobody ain't gonna make shit.
No.
We all on the same playing field.
No.
I'm not gonna buy your shit because my shit better than your shit. Your shit ain't better.
Isn't that crazy?
We gonna be there, but then we can't find the motherfucker on there that will buy our shit because we all on the same playing field.
You know, every time we talk, man, I usually give you an example.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm wondering because you just brought that up, and I'm wondering, have I given you this one before? Look how fast this guy turned around his corner, man. He's slow today. You know, I'd be so scared when I come in at night.
Like somebody gonna
Yeah, man. So look, let's say what you just gave, with that example you just gave, that's the seesaw effect, right? What makes a seesaw works? A seesaw is an apparatus. It's like a ride. It's like entertainment and amusement. What makes a seesaw works?
It's the balance of each end. It's one end is less weight and one end is a heavy weight.
So therefore, it's the imbalance.
It's the imbalance, yeah.
It's the imbalance. When one is up, the other one's down.
Right.
When that downside goes up, the upside goes down.
Right.
That's the fulfillment of the ride.
Right.
Right?
Right.
If both were equal at the same time, what would happen?
There was no imbalance no more. It's balanced.
And you don't get nothing.
Yeah, you get nothing.
So see, you have to have something that's full. You have to have something that's empty for something full to pour into.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And so then when that empty side, which is now full, it pours back into that full side, which is now empty. And gas up your car and drive for miles away. Or whenever you don't have to catch a bus to go to Walmart miles away, you didn't get it. Didn't come back to you in your community, right? Give you an example under which the terms that we met, right? Name me 2 businesses that's a mainstay within our black community and is circulating and operating under the total principles of the full pouring back into the empty, and then it's circulating.
You got to repeat that again, man.
Okay. What 2 businesses that are in the black community that are a perfect example of how the community supports it?
I would go for the first one. I would look at as either the mom and pop store and the barbershop.
Barbershop and hair salon. Barbershop and hair salon. All right. See, the mom and pop store, you know, a lot of them are kind of suffering right now. But you're right. They are somewhat of the poster.
Yeah. Well,
but
I would still consider the barbershop as salon as one though.
Barbershop and hair salon would be considered as one the same.
Right.
But let me put it to you, because you get it. But I'm articulated.
Mm-hmm.
You got the barber that'll cut my hair and your hair.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He's been in business for 40 years
Mm-hmm.
in the same spot.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody say, man, how are you in the same spot? He's right here in this community in Houston, Texas. He ain't never advertised in Chicago. He ain't never advertised in New York. He ain't never advertised in New Orleans or Mississippi, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because he don't have to. Why doesn't he have to? Because his community is supporting him. Right? We go to him every week. Right? Our kids, we're going to bring our sons there. When our sons grow up, they're going to bring their kids there. And then it continues to circulate. There's no better example than those three. Right? There's no better example. And that is a blueprint for how each of our communities can sustain and survive.
I got to cut you off, but I agree with everything you're saying. But when you was telling me how people don't understand how the community, I'm trying to figure out who is this person don't know about how to keep. They don't know nothing about the Black Wall Street, Rosewood, the places in North Carolina. All these people this is a black community. They was spending in the black community.
But what made them successful though?
They was spending in. It was business in the black.
So how did they come together? What was the impetus that brought them together?
I'm gonna tell you like this. This is how I figured how they came together. First, it started off from a family. It's a big family. I still have to believe there is it's a family unit that starts it off, and the people getting to know the family and whatever the family business is was bringing in that one business and spreading and looking. We passed this. We gonna open this business. And I'm gonna get you started to open your business, your family name, and I believe these are family business. And if I go back in the history, I can guarantee you, Black Wall Street was a family business. It wasn't nobody out of the. Maybe it might be a few in-laws that came in and opened up some business, but I'm guarantee you, if we go back and look at how this business got started, it started with a family business.
I'm gonna give you the history. Black Wall Street,
and it's just my belief. I haven't read on it.
And I understand. I'm about to give you.
Give me some.
I'm about to give you the facts.
I'm good for you.
Right. I'm about to give you the facts. What you're saying is not what you're saying don't fall on deaf ears. But see, what you're saying came about later.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay.
Black Wall Street was a success in spite of itself.
And
right.
What do you mean by it?
I'm gonna get to that in a minute.
Okay.
Right. Necessity is the mother of invention.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that means that things have to be needed
to support it.
Things have to be needed in order for someone to create it.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
I got you.
See, if you were digging that hole, if you was digging that hole with your hands,
mm-hmm.
right? And then your fingers and everything would have gotten blisters.
What's that, man?
And everything on it, right?
Uh-huh.
So now your hands are blistered and they're sore.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, man, I gotta find, there's gotta be an easier way, man, to dig this hole.
You're right.
So now what you're gonna do? You're gonna go and get a slate, you're gonna go get a rock, or you're gonna go and bend some metal and try to get it out. And in the process of that, what is that morphed into? That morphed into a shovel.
Right.
So let me tell you why Black Wall Street was a success.
Hello,
Black Wall Street was a success because, let me see this for me. Black Wall Street was a success because, just a second. Frank, let me hit you right back. I'm in the middle of a podcast, brother. Can you hear me?
Good with the truck.
He haven't called me yet.
All right, go ahead.
All right, hit you right back. The reason Black Wall Street was a success is because the white folk did not want them shopping at any of their businesses.
I got you.
Right? These people wanted to dress nice. They wanted to eat the best food. They wanted to have their cars clean. But the white folks forbid them for shopping there the whole bit.
Right.
Right? So they said, you know what? You want to keep us from doing this? You want to keep us from doing this the whole nine? You guess what? Hey, you know, we gotta build our own store. We gotta build our own tailor. We gotta build our own service station and mechanic shop.
Right.
And they did it. Now, keep in mind. So now everybody that wanted clothes went to that one store in the community. Right.
Right.
Everybody that wanted food went to that one store. Everybody that wanted to get their hair done went to that one hair salon. So all those people were business owners, and they all had what everybody needed, right? So now, how did money come into that community? They worked for the whites outside,
Exactly.
right? And Black Wall Street had the whites in Oklahoma were filthy rich because they had struck oil.
Right.
So when they struck oil, they had your mom, my mom, your mom, whatever, working for them.
Right.
And they made the monies in order to bring back into the communities, right? And they circulated the monies.
Right.
So now what started to happen when everybody started, because see, keep in mind, every time we go to his barbershop, he's earning a profit as he paying his bills and everything. So now it's going to elevate him as well. You own a shoe repair, same thing, right? So now you realize that we need to build other things. We need to build infrastructures for our community. We need to do schools. We need to do churches. We need to do hospitals. So now you start doing that. But now you're still making money. And now you're prospering. When the oil boom crashed, the whites were losing their property. They were losing their homes. So when the banks put them up for sale, the whites didn't have no money to buy it. Guess who went and bought their property?
I know.
The niggas.
You went and bought it.
Right.
So now you are rich, right? You are wealthy. You're living well. That was a slap in the white man's face in Oklahoma. And that's why they bombed that city and they lied on the black man saying that he touched the white woman. And she died just recently before and saying that never happened.
Yeah, Tibbs.
No, not Emmett Till.
Oh.
She lied too.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She lied too. So
Same thing with Rosewood.
So-
Rosewood had a line on the
yeah, but see in New Orleans, we had what was considered a Black Wall Street, which was Dryad Street, Dryad Avenue. You had nothing but big department stores on both sides that blacks owned.
I was part. I'm gonna be honest with you too. I was, my on my daddy's side, my granddaddy was part of the Black Wall Street.
The black successful.
He's the only black insurance man in our city.
Yeah,
The
and see,
first and only.
and see, they name it Black Wall Street, the whole
Yeah.
nine, man. But you had
but
burgeoning.
I understand what you're saying.
We had burgeoning black communities
Right.
throughout.
Throughout, right?
But the reason why that one became so famous is because it's a textbook on how it happened for them,
Yeah,
how they blew up and got so successful,
I understand.
and why they got destroyed. See, that never happened to all of us.
Let's see. But let's go back to the beginning of the conversation. We understand, but how we get these people back into that? Where is the mindset that we can get them? Because I keep saying education.
No, education,
Not-
education really. I'm gonna tell you, education is overrated.
Don't take my education out of context.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
Okay.
When I mean by educate, I mean educating them the history of
I
black
got you.
unity can be
I
a
got you.
black unity. That's what
I
I'm
got you.
educating. I'm not educating about no book sense and all that. I'm talking about educating the unity that we are separated from because of the system.
You know what it's gonna take to happen? and it's happening now.
It's happening now.
What it's going to take to happen?
I
Yeah.
know where you're going with that.
See, because now, keep in mind, Black Wall Street became a success because their backs were pushed all the way up against the wall. It's going to take our backs being pushed up against the wall even more now in order to make that. That's why I'm telling you, look, don't wait until your back is damn near through the wall for you now to start looking for something to do. Because guess what you're going to do? You're going to come to Tony Ford now. You're going to say, man, I need a plug, man. I know you still got to connect, man. Hook me up.
I'm gonna ask for a plug if I had it going on. So it ain't gonna be about the backs to the wall. I don't think my back's to the wall. But I got your point.
So now I'm trying to teach.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah, now we're trying to teach you.
Everybody's gonna be like me. Yeah, you might be talking about the ones that's not like me. Because, see, most of them are waiting until they get pushed to the wall.
That's the point I'm making. See,
right, I got you.
See,
look, I'm listening.
The middle class, understand what the middle class is.
I do.
Let's go with that seesaw.
Mm-hmm. I do.
The middle class is the center.
It's the center of the seesaw.
It's the center of the seesaw.
Right.
So see, without it, those other two sides can't exist. They can't work.
That's exactly right.
So now, when they get pushed out, everybody's gonna suffer.
Mm-hmm.
And see, these people that are wealthy, that are filthy rich,
mm-hmm.
they don't think that they're gonna hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
The likes of Denzel Washington, Jay-Z, Rihanna. See, they realize that right now, they're invincible because they're towering over all of our people. Oprah Winfrey, all of them, they're billionaires and filthy rich millionaires, the whole bit. So they feel that they have made it and they have succeeded, and there's no way that they can suffer. There's no way that they can hurt. Let me show you something about that. Right?
Hold on. Can I rebuttal on that? Because I don't think they actually feel. I feel they just.
I'm not saying they actually feel that way. I'm using that as a metaphor.
Okay.
I'm using that as a metaphor. I don't mean to throw any of them under the bus, but you have to understand. I'm trying to show you that when you feel look. Let me give you the example.
No. You're right. Well, no. Keep going where you're going. Don't change up.
I'm gonna show you. I'm not gonna change up. I'm showing you where a person that feels that they don't have to struggle to pay their bills.
Right.
That they're succeeding, they're invincible.
Right.
And they don't think that the fluctuation of what this president is doing and what they're doing, how it's going to affect them, because they feel that they've made it.
Well, they're up to the
right,
because the 1%ers. You're talking about
and they truly feel that way.
Yeah, I got you. I understand that. I do.
But let me show you something. When those people need the middle class, and we as the poor on the other side of that seesaw, and we on the other side of that deal,
yeah.
We need them too, because they're the ones who are paying the most taxes.
Who? The middle class.
The middle class.
Right, okay.
So see, the lower people under the middle class needs the middle class.
Right.
And those who are here, they're the middle class are the ones that can afford whatever they're selling.
Right.
And they're pumping money into their lifestyle.
Right.
Right. So now, when you shatter that part of the infrastructure of a people, the walls come tumbling down.
Right.
Empires fall.
Right.
Because your foundation has weakened.
Right.
You follow me?
Man, you ain't doing no but painting the picture what I see every day right now.
Right.
Just like yesterday. Those motherfuckers like, oh shit.
Bro. So you have to sustain. Let me give you an example.
You don't know how much I'm enjoying it. I don't think it's I don't mean to cut you off, but I don't mean to think I'm enjoying this fall. Because y'all motherfucking put this motherfucker in.
And that's when you don't have that's when you don't play the long game and you don't look far enough. But you know what I give him credit for?
I'm not looking far enough, or you?
No, I'm talking about people.
I'm just talking about.
I'm talking about those who you saying that voted got him in. Yeah. Look, but here's the thing, bro.
Look at the long game, because you got to have a sustained. You have to have a sustained whatever it is the future has to be.
You know what my dad told me?
What's that?
Everybody that shits on you ain't your enemy.
Yeah, right.
And everybody that pulls you out of it ain't your friend.
Ain't your friend, right.
So now, let me share this with you. I give Donald Trump credit for one thing, and I'll shake his hand on that. Right?
Mm-hmm.
See, because sometimes you need a swift kick in your ass in order to wake you up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's doing right now.
Okay.
So now, he's doing his part. He's doing his part to screw over us. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He's doing his part. So if everybody wise, they'll be afraid and they'll wake up and they'll come together.
Okay.
So see, it won't be his fault at that point.
Okay. The great shake-up. Okay,
right,
I got you.
Right.
All
So
right.
he would have done the great shake-up and done what is needed, was couldn't get me and you to get those people to follow us that will put us together. Right? So keep in mind why I said Black Wall Street was a success. Because what those people did was the Donald Trumpism. When white folk did not want no black shopping in their stores, coming in their stores, guess what? It forced the blacks to want to start their own.
Okay.
That's the position that he has placed us in and placing us in right now. With the example I gave you when I say that people who are middle class are going to suffer by what's happening, let me show you what happens. See, when they mess over our community and our neighborhoods, and then the houses start getting dilapidated, and people got to come in and sell, and then other people come in and buy these homes, right? We sell our homes to whites, and then they fix up a home, and then they build a home there.
Whites no more.
It's everybody,
No,
anybody
It's
outside of our race.
It's rich business companies.
Well, that's the main ones, but they started. That's what gentrification is.
Okay.
Right? We won't split hairs on that. So the corporations are coming in. Here's my point. This is my point, though.
Okay.
It's not what's happening. It's what's going to happen as a result of that.
I understand what you're talking about.
So now,
yeah, I got you. I'm listening.
but I'm gonna show you where the tail wags the dog, bro. When that one person comes in, see, we got to understand what gentrification is first off. But anyway, when what happened with gentrification means that someone of another race will come into an all-black community and purchase up the real estate. So if your house has been valued at $95,000 to $100,000,
Okay, go ahead.
right?
Go ahead.
Now now this rich person comes in and they build a house for $300,000, $400,000.
Yeah.
What that does is it raised the property taxes of all those other homes in that community. Now that's the tail wagging the dog.
Yep.
It wasn't the other way around.
Yep.
So now when you can't afford to pay your taxes, you're gonna leave those houses and you're gonna move out.
And then they're gonna buy.
Right.
Somebody's gonna buy the taxes, and they're gonna get the house pretty cheap.
So now, here comes my point on how we will struggle. And then at the time, and when we lose our homes in the whole 9 yards, right? Well, let's say the ones who are staying there, they're not losing their homes. But you're still responsible, because keep in mind, you pay taxes by the zip code, right? So when you pay taxes by the zip code, and this zip code now has a property over there for $400,000, but only about 2. But the other 100 homes in that area, their houses are like 85,000, 95,000, a whole bit.
Okay.
But you have a written in tax amount that you must pay, because it's called a bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you still live in this community the whole 9 yards, and you're like, hey, I still own my home the whole bit. You're still all right. It's just like right here. We pay a community water bill,
Right.
right?
Right.
I don't care if I take a shower once a
It
month,
don't matter.
right?
Yeah.
So that's the example when it comes to taxes.
Right.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You are responsible for paying the balance of taxes. What I got to pay for this $300,000 house, all the while your house is $100,000.
Right.
So you see how now how those who can't afford are gonna suffer, because we have to pay for the burden of all of our other people that are being disenfranchised. You understand what I'm saying? So now when that middle class can't afford to buy the tickets to your movie, the tickets to your concert, the tickets to your football games, the whole bit, you're gonna suffer as a result of that as well.
They don't know they shooting themselves in the foot.
Absolutely, bro. Short story long, long story short. Long story short. They don't see it. So now it's incumbent upon them to really want to help to prop up their foundation. Because if this entire community, right, was nothing but if all this was $1 million homes to the back,
I got you.
but up front,
What's the long game? Let me ask you, what's your opinion of the long game?
I'm gonna get to that in a minute. I'm gonna finish this thought.
Okay.
Up towards the gate was the $100,000 homes, right, or the $75,000 homes.
Right.
Well, these people back here saying, you know what? They got water getting ready to rush in through that gate, that entrance.
Okay.
Well, everybody back here saying, you know, screw them. That's a dude.
Oh my God.
They say, look. They say,
I hate my
look.
people like that.
They say, look. Screw the people up there at the front.
I'm having pain. So
Okay. all the water that's coming in is going to destroy their homes.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not going to do nothing to help them. Let them do that. Right?
Right.
But here's what they don't understand. If that water breaks and it exceeds past them,
Uh-huh.
you're going to lose that too, because the water is not going to discriminate. It's going to destroy everything that's in its wake.
It is past.
So now, if you had any sense, you would try to go up there and help them put down sandbags and everything else to keep the water from coming and hurting them, because because you got to help them in order to help yourself.
Yeah.
I know.
Pain pills, man.
Yeah, man. Take a deep breath, bro. We talking shit, bro.
No.
So you asked me what was?
I,
Tell me
like
about the long game. Your question.
No, I don't. I'm asking you your opinion of the long game.
Well, first of all, the long game. You mean the long game what they're doing, or the long game? Well, their long game is this: to place us to put us in prison in society. That's what red zoning is. That's their long game. Their long game is to take away everything that civil rights has done for us. Right?
We on the same page.
Right. But now what they fail to realize is if we wake up, they don't realize it. They're hoping
trying to keep us from waking up.
That's right. But here's the thing. If they push us tighter together, now we become a Black Wall Street all over the United States.
Yeah.
Because we're going to have to rely on one another.
This is back to our group. This is our people. Our people's not informed. They're not informed well enough.
They're first of all, they're misinformed, and then they don't want. And then there's things there for them to be informed, but they ignore it.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of us don't like to watch the news because we say it's too violent.
Okay.
We don't deal with anything that we don't even deal with history. We feel like history is past and it's not going to ever happen again.
Yeah.
They don't sit down and have conversations like we're having right now.
And a lot of them don't. Yeah, a lot of them take words for word, but not the metaphor of the word. And I keep telling people every time you read a motherfucking book, man, it's not literal. The book is not literally written.
And you know what they call that? They call that the message within the message.
Yeah.
It's called the meta message.
The meta message.
Mm-hmm.
And I be trying to teach people, what you reading, that doesn't mean what you read. You telling me something what you read, and this is what your interpretation is?
Right.
No, bro, what you just explained to me, I got a whole different interpretation what you trying to.
Right.
That is not what they try to tell you.
Right.
The guy got me to read. He wanted me to read the Straw Man book written by a white man. I said, man, this book is written to be able to read the system for a white man. Now, if you're trying to get into the white man read system, you better try to keep yourself from being black.
See, and you're absolutely right, because see, I studied that, and I worked with some whites that did that and was successful with it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So now they've convoluted it. And they make it difficult. See, you used to get the information inside prison.
My man, he gave me the booklet. He said, man, because this is what this guy named Vance, you probably met him or something, drives a black Ford Explorer. But
so he's on discharge and debt and all that other stuff, and being your straw man and the whole bit, and being a sovereign.
Right.
Man, I know all that shit, bro.
Yeah.
And I can tell him how it can work, and I can tell him how people done got locked up in prison, inside of prison for that shit. Right?
Thank you.
But you know who that was created for? It was created for white farmers in 1933.
Mm-hmm.
And see, and it was created to where you can just write an IOU,
right,
and to get the government to give you money, the whole bit. But see, when we start getting educated on it, the whole bit, they changed the rules and they changed the laws. They can't do away with it because,
Yeah,
see,
okay.
first of all, it's already written in the Constitution.
Uh-huh.
That's why they can't give us reparations.
Right.
See, Donald Trump is talking about giving white folk reparations.
And yeah,
Based on colleges and
Right.
stuff. But see, if they say that we deserve reparations, then they would have to admit that they did us wrong. And see, and all that would change the Constitution. And I'm gonna tell you, and this is why.
What Constitution is written for us? The reason why we can't read, they can't deport us. They can't deport slavery because we are written in. We somewhere in the Constitution we are written. I kind of remember.
But see, it's one or two.
It's amendment.
It's to their look. It's to their discretion.
Right.
Meaning that here's the thing. They can determine that we're not immigrants when
Yeah.
it serves them.
When it serves them, I understand.
But then they can determine that, you know what, we are American. No, we're not full-fledged humans in the whole nine. That's still in the Constitution.
Yeah.
So see, you would have to change all that, and when you change all of that, it kind of muffles stuff up, and then it would hurt them and won't benefit them.
Yeah, right.
You can't unwrite certain things because if you try to erase it, it's gonna screw up everything else.
And this was where the two
Might be coming to me.
this
Yeah,
is
go
where I keep trying to tell a lot of people about the Project 2025 has that in there where they're trying to manipulate the Constitution to benefit their put like this, the one percenters, the wealthy
Right.
ones, the white ones.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So, and if you rich and black, to be able to get drafted in, you're gonna have to put up something up front to stay in the group, because you're gonna be written out too as part of either the less one percenters.
It's gonna destroy that. It's
Yeah.
gonna destroy that theory. See, look.
Me and you on the same. I love. That's why I love talking to you.
See,
because I'm on the same page with you.
Here's the thing, right? The government. See, we always talk about what the government does for people that come to this country,
Uh huh.
right? And they do for immigrants.
Uh huh.
They're considered immigrants
Uh huh.
because they came willingly,
Uh huh.
right?
Okay.
So now, where we get caught up, and what the government is using against us is this. See, we're not immigrants, so they're saying if we were born in this country, we're a United States citizen. But yet you've done everything to hold us down and hold us back. But if you try to change that, then you have to admit that you brought us over here illegally. So we didn't come as immigrants, we came as hostages, right? So you don't have no hostage law. You feel me? So see, now, keep in mind,
I got you.
in the Constitution it says that immigrants get monies, down payments for homes and all that other kind of shit.
Mhm.
So when we go and try to apply for that, they say you can't get that because you're not an immigrant.
You're not an immigrant.
But goddamn, but you treated me like this, and I worked and I slaved, and I gave you free labor. You follow me?
That's why I was talking
Right.
about the part that wrote us in the Constitution. So now that we're a part of it, we are not able to get those reparations and all those other benefits. That
Absolutely.
the motherfuckers that's come in.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So,
So that's why my point is. Let me ask you this.
Right.
So what was the big difference? How you doing, man?
yeah. Good morning, brother. How you doing? All right. Thank you, brother.
All right, man.
Appreciate you. All right.
All right, you have a good one.
All right. You too. Be safe.
So, for as I was saying, for the people that was coming in,
Mhm.
being as immigrants and everything, everybody getting all fired up by them. How can they get ahead and all that? I said, well, you know what? Because you've been here, they wrote you in as the United States, so you have to pull yourself by the bootstrap, as they say. And you get mad at these motherfuckers that's coming in. I said, what the best thing you do is renounce your goddamn United States status and take your ass out the country and then come across the border like everybody else.
As an immigrant. As an immigrant. Yeah, that's the long game. As an immigrant, because now you will be declared an immigrant.
I'm not jealous
You know?
of the motherfucker.
No.
I understand the
No.
situation.
See, it benefits them, man. But what they did, bro, they put us in a bracket.
But
They put us in a bracket, and it's
Yeah.
hard to get out
Out
of
that
it.
bracket,
So
yeah.
the only thing that we have, what's our greatest asset? Our greatest asset is resilience.
Mhm.
That's our greatest asset. Our greatest asset is our survival skills to stay around, right? But we don't know when to implement it. You follow what I'm saying? We don't know when to implement it. And if we can wake, and again, as you said, now when we say wake up, they don't let the white folk use the term woke. And now when they use woke, it's like an
You
embarrassment.
know that's a biblical word
Yeah.
for black folks.
Yeah, yeah. So see, so now when you wake up, you start to realize things, you start to recognize stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I think that
That's the reason why they trying to take wokeism out, but they trying
Absolutely.
to use it. They trying to use it.
Absolutely.
A lot of unwoke black
they done
folks
took-
don't know what that means.
they done took, but you have to understand what is the white man's strength. The white man's strength is to rewrite the narrative,
narrative.
right?
There you go.
and to conquer,
Well, you good.
and to conquer. That is his strength.
Yeah, you good.
So now he got you, and see, just like I'm telling you now about network marketing. See, they done bullshitted us and brainwashed us to think that network marketing is illegal and you're gonna go to prison the whole 9 yards.
But that's how they built this motherfucker.
And that's how the country. That's how. Look, first of all, that's how the Egyptian Empire, the Roman Empire, the Persian Empire, the Mongolian Empire, the Ming dynasties.
And they doing it live right now. They doing it right now. They still goddamn doing it.
Brother.
I mean, for us, we don't. A lot of people that like your eye and my eye, we see it, but other untrained eye, they don't see how that shit is the same.
People's gonna wait until the water gets too high. You know what I'm saying? Instead of right now, everybody should be building a boat.
And I should be building me a bunch of goddamn motherfucking followers and shit.
That's my point. That's my
I'm-
point. That's
see,
why I'm talking about this again.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm talking about
I know
it again.
we're gonna circle back into what we're trying to get into.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm here. I'm listening. No, I'm all ears for you, buddy.
You know,
I want something.
You know what life
I want
is?
something.
You know,
I know I want something.
You know what life is? You know what life is called?
No,
Huh?
give me a
A circle.
Circle of life.
Circle of life.
Circle of
So what is that? What is a circle?
It's just, go
300
around, it comes
300
and goes back around.
360
Yeah,
degrees.
there you go. Comes around
So
and goes.
now, in order to realize where you're going, you got to see what happened where you came.
Right.
You follow me? So just like the story we're telling about Black Wall Street, people are ignoring it. And see, a lot of people think that these people just woke up one day and say, hey, you know what? Let's build our community and we're going to get rich and this is that. No, it didn't happen that way. They were forced into a situation. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how a knife was created? You know what a knife was created for? A knife wasn't created to kill,
It was created
to cut meat,
Mm-hmm.
right? Just like with the stones and the whole nine, it was created to cut meat, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then one day somebody got mad and stabbed somebody and killed him. They said, oh shit, we could use this for this. Now it's a weapon.
Yeah. That's what
You follow what I'm saying? So things morph into our society in the whole deal,
Right.
right? But you have to have the foresight, like what you're saying, and like what the experience, the example that you gave, right? You have to have that foresight. You have to be able to see the long game,
Yeah.
and you don't have to look no further than the nose on our face
Mm-hmm.
to see what these politicians are doing.
Mm-hmm.
And heaven forbid, but let's say Donald Trump try to run for office again and stay in. But then let's say he lose or he just decide not to run again, right? And let's say a Republican wins the next time. You got to keep in mind all the bullshit and the junk that we see. A lot of my people that I know that I smoke cigars with, they're saying, well, man, you know what? Shit, after we ain't got 4 more years to deal with this, and after 4 more years, man, he's gone, he's out of there. But if another Republican wins, bro, you got to keep in mind, if he didn't want to be the one.
Saying at the cigar place?
Yeah, you got guys in there that be talking like this. But look,
No. The
Here-
reason why I'm saying
here.
that because
Here.
I don't know how to explain what you just said in a good word way, but I can't see a repeat not happening
see,
because they cheated for this one here now you talking about he said he even told his own say he said it was too big to rig. I mean he rigged it. Him and
Elon Musk. He and Elon Musk. That's why he brought him in. But what I'm saying is this though.
I'm listening to you, but I just had to throw that. I want to just throw some hypothetical shit up in there.
See, if I come after him,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a Republican, I felt the way he felt all the while, but I never could show it because I didn't have the balls to have to go out there and show it and do it. Oh, I didn't know how.
Explain what you mean, what you're saying, what you just said.
What part?
I mean, if you was a Republican, I would have did something.
I'm saying that everything that Donald Trump is doing,
Okay. You
as a
done
Republican,
something?
no, as a Republican, I may have felt this way, but I would have never had the balls to go out and do this
do
kind
that,
of stuff.
okay.
So now that he's no longer in office and now I'm in office, I'm gonna let things stay as they are, as the status quo.
But you can work it.
I'm gonna let it stay that way because you know what? I don't want to go in and change it. I'm gonna act like you know what? I don't know how to change it, or I don't want to change it. But I like the fact that we done did away with DEI. I like the fact that we don't have to give monies to black colleges no more. I like the fact that we don't have to give grants and contracts to black businesses and a whole bit. I've been for all my white people all the while. I just didn't know how to do it. But now that he did it and I'm in office, I'm gonna let it stay that way.
That's the next person.
Yes. Yes. Because see,
I'm listening to what you're saying.
I let you do the dirty work.
Yeah.
Everything you did,
Yeah,
I
just come back
agree.
and ride on it.
And I'm gonna ride on it.
I got
And I'm gonna let it ride. I'm gonna let it ride. So
got
it's not gonna end. And then guess what? Then you got a bunch of Democrats. They feel the same way he feel. You got a bunch of Democrats that feel the same way he feel, bro. You can't say they don't.
I feel the same way too. Let that shit ride.
You can't.
I mean, because even though the way he's doing it, I still have a different perspective of how to work that. But because of my belief as my biblical reading, all this is falling into place as it's supposed to be. Because we not supposed to be equal to them.
Saying who?
Saying the Bible. Let me explain to you. Hold on. Let me explain. According to the Bible, Esau,
Which is Moses' father-in-law.
not Esau.
No, Esau is it? Who is it?
Esau was Jacob's twin brother.
But he was Moses'
He was the
father-in-law.
firstborn.
He was Moses' father-in-law too. He was Moses' father-in-law.
Okay, yeah. Okay, you talking about the marriage part.
Yeah.
Okay. But Esau and his, well, I'll put it like this. Esau morphed into the Europeans, the white people, okay? As according to the Bible. They are called Idumea, Edomites. First is Esau. Esau became Edomite as a nation. And then Idumea as a European.
Okay.
Okay. Now, as far as the prophetic says that we're going to be the Lord in the world. We're going to be treated as low in the world. We're going to suffer as low in the world. So that's according to the 12 tribes of Israel. The Idumeans, which is Esau nation, is all white people, is suppressing us because they are our suppressors. We don't get our turn until the return of Jesus.
I got you.
Okay, so by me understanding all this and I'm mindful of what's going on, I'm seeing this is supposed to happen. It's nothing we can do to change it because look, our level, and I try to explain this to my cousin over the weekend. Our level, we have a plateau. We're not gonna go above that plateau. White man has a plateau too, but they can go above their plateau to suppress our plateau. As long as they keep our plateau suppressed before theirs, we're never gonna be able to come above them. And that's just the way this. That's the way
So you're
we
saying
live.
so you're saying this is how it's written.
This is how it's written.
This is how it's written. So everything that's happening is a fulfillment.
It's a fulfillment.
So now keep in mind too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then that goes to what my dad used to tell me too. He said that he called it the bottom rail. He said at some point the bottom rail is gonna overtake, and the bottom rail is gonna rise to the top, right? So I've always gotten that as a kid when he
Okay.
told me. See, he didn't explain it in the Christian terms like you,
Mhm.
because he wasn't as articulate, but he understand.
Yeah.
My father had a genius
But
IQ.
I understand that, and I understand the
Yeah.
IQ time back
Yeah.
in our time,
Yeah.
because we get
Right.
as years go, we advance in knowledge. Okay,
But
I understand.
But he said everything that you're saying right now,
Right.
and he said that we're going to rise to the top. But
God
see,
gonna rise
but
to
here's
the
the
top.
thing though. We would like we want to hurry the situation and we can't. But how you say the writing's on the wall and the die has been cast.
Mhm.
And see what this guy is doing, all of us should be in the streets talking to one another and coming together.
And that's we can survive. What me and you do, what me and you got, if we can figure a way to manifest that to others,
We shouldn't have to wait until we're
we're
forced
not
to.
going to look. We need to manifest to us, because
That's what a Messiah is. See, you would be no different, or I would be no different than a Messiah. You follow me?
I understand your point,
We wouldn't be,
but
because
I would want that title.
but you got to understand, but see, it's not so much what you want. Sometimes, see,
okay.
understand this, right? Leaders aren't made.
Okay,
Leaders are not made.
okay. I'm
Leaders are chosen.
are chosen. I
Right?
agree with that. Okay.
So now, if you have a message to deliver, then you have to deliver that message. Now, keep in mind, if you got black folk in Cincinnati that needs to hear our message, but you can't reach those people.
You know what? What you saying is that, you know what my problem is?
What's that?
I could commit it one-on-one, but I can't commit it in a
Well, that's the same with me.
communicate.
That's the same
and see,
with
and
me.
when you see how I just stumbled with my words
Right.
then?
Right.
But you understood what I'm trying to say. But
Right.
but pronunciation is my problem.
But keep in mind, though. But keep in mind.
I can, boy.
But let me tell you something, brother.
I got the
I
mind,
just want to show
but I
you
can't
this
get
right
it
now.
out of here.
Let me show you now, since we're talking biblical, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not always the most intelligent man
I got
that
your
get the
point.
message to the people.
I got you.
You follow me?
I got you.
And see, okay, for lack of a better word, I'm intelligent.
You are.
You know what I'm saying?
And
But
I come
sometimes-
to you because I understand your. I think you understand. We understand the level of communication to be able to figure out what direction do we want to make the right decision on. And I like that about me and you.
Because we get it. Because we get it. And not only that, I can articulate to you what it is that I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
But just like you, I don't know how to do it to masses. But now let me show you something. Going back to Esau, right?
Yeah.
You know what Esau told Moses? Because what? Moses had a message for the people,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Esau was wiser than Moses,
Yeah.
right? But he was older.
Mm-hmm.
So he told Moses, he said, you're trying to get your message to the people, you're going to run yourself ragged. And the example I was just about to give you is that, let's say somebody in Cincinnati needs to hear this message.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know how to get that message to those people. You feel you got to travel there the whole bit. Not really. See, because what you do now, you get a guy that come and talk to you that's going to be traveling to Cincinnati day after tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You give him the message.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to take the message to Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
And in Cincinnati, he's going to find somebody else to give the message to.
Mm-hmm. I got
And
you.
so on and so forth. So you see the way my program is built?
I see how
For
you're
so,
doing it. Yeah.
but the way my business is set up, right?
Mm-hmm.
My business is set up. If you look at Exodus, if you read Exodus 18,
Mm-hmm.
13 through 27,
Okay.
Esau is telling Moses how to deliver his message throughout the countryside to all of his people.
Mm-hmm.
And he's telling them to do it in network marketing. He's telling 10 to tell 100 and 100 to tell thousands.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it don't take the brilliant man,
Yeah,
it take the wise man.
Yeah, it's just
You feel me?
yeah. The wise man can get him the person that just spread this.
Absolutely. And see,
I got
I feel just like you. I know what to say. I know how I feel. I feel I know what people should do. But sometimes when I talk to them, they don't get it. And I feel like I'm talking over their heads. And then so I need someone that could bring the message to their level.
Never.
You feel what I'm saying? And,
man, you read me so good, boy.
And keep in mind, right?
You read me so good just now.
Throughout history, throughout centuries,
Mm-hmm.
what's happening now has happened to the people way back then.
Way back, yep.
And look, you have to look no further than the Bible and no further than history.
Yeah.
Guess how they got out of it? They got out of it by everybody telling everybody mobilizing, and everybody coming together. See, it ain't nothing fancy about that. It ain't nothing fancy about it. It ain't nothing tricky about it, right? It's straightforward. But we want to believe that a satellite or a meteor is going to fall out of the sky with the answer in it when it cracks, and it's going to change all our lives.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for something miraculous to happen. The miracle is already in us.
Yeah, exactly.
It's already in us. All we have to do is tap into it. And once we tap into it, then it's going to free us of this oppression and this tyranny and all these other things.
And back as what I was mentioning earlier, as what that's why I can't be like you said. You can't you got to give Donald Trump his prop because he is fulfilling one thing: is for black people starting getting together now.
Absolutely. And you know what? For that, for that I thank him.
And that is part of what I would say. That's his God plan. Put
it in the right.
Put it there.
Absolutely.
And that's why we didn't get Kamala Harris, not because she was woman or black. It's because it was prophesied for 7. I put it like this: the first time he got in office, that was the sign, and then he messed it up on purpose with the COVID because he kept. He's a lawless man, and the book is talking about the lawless man that's come in power.
Because what happens, you plan for a storm. You see what I'm saying? See when there ain't no storm, everybody running around doing all kind of shit.
Me and you.
Yeah.
We supposed to be out here running shit.
Absolutely. And this is real, brother. This is real, you know?
But
see, you know
what? And I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. If I was, if I had the courage, I think I probably don't have the courage. I don't want to call myself a coward. I just don't have the courage to put myself out there like that. Because
I understand that.
I can't take rejection that well.
I understand that, brother. I suffer from that. I suffer from the same thing on a larger scale, right? See, before I went to prison, I could not sit before a camera and talk to people, even though I don't see them and I'm not looking at them. But I know a bunch of people are out there watching, right? I never could do that, right? But then when I made my mind up that I wanted to do a podcast, I started getting used to this. And I started being able to sit down and talk to people. But every now and then when I'm talking, sometimes I get on here. I feel pinched that, damn, I don't know how to talk to them. I don't know how to get the message to them. And then insecurity seeps in.
Say you got eczema.
You follow me? And when it comes in like that, man, and it kind of bugs me a bit, and it makes me get off track. It makes me get off my story or whatever the situation may be, right? But I realize that
my brother said how much your product is.
The 4-ounce jar is $30, $29.99, and the 2-ounce jar, which is this size, is $19.99.
Yeah, that's the one we got, the $19.99.
Yeah.
He wants the third one.
I got the larger size.
Yeah.
I have the larger size.
How much? I ain't got the money right now. All right. Tell Sister Law the shit work is good.
I'll get it to you.
All right, he gonna come by tomorrow.
Okay.
tomorrow morning he said he gonna come by.
You'll have it before I part.
All right.
Right. So
Now he gonna give it to me.
So,
before I leave, he said.
we
All
just
right.
we just have to. Okay, you got it. You know, but you know what? You know what my strength is. I don't give up. I keep on going. But we need people who can articulate this message far better than we can and reach other people. And now we come full circle back to what you just said, right? We need those that can talk to the people and have them believe them.
That's more, that to me, that's my riches. If I can do that, that's my riches. That's more value to me than money right now. Be honest with you, I'm tearing up because I feel that.
Right. Absolutely,
You
man.
know what I'm saying? It's to reach out to the people and wake them up. We can build this for ourselves. Get them motherfuckers out there.
Right.
We can get.
Absolutely.
We can buy it. We can. The Jewish already own all this neighborhood right here. Everything you around here, nobody don't know, but the motherfucking Jewish community over there own all this. Even this apartment. This is Jewish apartments right here. Jews own that apartment over there. Jews own that damn motherfucker. They don't own the church, but they probably the church was on. They bought that from the Jewish people. We living on Jewish people's shit right now.
And see, when you go this way,
Mm-hmm.
and all these fenced in properties and the whole bit, that's owned by the Mexicans.
Yeah, cause that's. And I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Them two lots on the other side of this parking lot where they got the trucks at, they got two houses on. They was up for sale. I don't know how much they were. Man,
Yeah.
I could have had the money.
Right.
I would have bought the shit.
Right.
But not to go off track. But I'm just saying, if they can maybe still have their nick going on, because they don't even drive. They just walk up and down their neighborhood with their little roads and everything on all the time. We the only one ain't we scattered though. But the Bible said we scattered all over the nation. So but
Right.
our unity is not going to be coming together to its time. So
You're right.
but it is coming to that time right now, because as long as he doing what he doing and got rid of the DEI and all that, now I'm just talking about all this is like, well, okay, so the merit, what merit means to you?
Merit, honor system.
What
Merit.
kind of honor system?
Merit. Merit means
Is it nepotism? Is it favoritism? Is it because the merit don't mean in their book what they say it is. It's about who I know.
But this is what I'm saying about changing the narrative, bro. That's what they're good at, rewriting the history and
I'm
distorting
with you on that.
the words.
Yeah,
You follow what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because, you know,
But
people-
you just had a good example, because right now, if you listen to any news progress right now, especially the propaganda Fox Network, they change all the narrative every day. Every day is a different narrative. It ain't the same narrative. How you gonna follow a narrative then if you can't? And he good. This motherfucker is so fucking no good con artist. He repeats the same shit every.
if you
day.
say it enough, people will believe it. But see, that's where people don't see his talent, bro.
I see it,
Yeah,
and I know it's a
Yeah.
fucking goddamn bullshit.
yeah. People don't see his talent, and that's what it
And
is.
if I wasn't a salesman at a time in my life, I probably would have fallen for it. But being a salesman, because that's what they say. We use a script and we say that shit so many fucking times.
People will believe it. Look, people will believe it. Look how long he said that. Look how long he said January 6, 2020 didn't happen.
Now motherfuckers don't believe. The big lie, he didn't lose the damn.
Right.
What's the
Right. Right. You know. Well.
Oh, what is the perfect word? Beautiful. No. Never seen before. Never done before.
Right.
That's his main.
Right.
What his main go to.
Such beautiful people. Right. Right. Mhm. Well, ladies and gentlemen.
The world never seen it before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on.
I hope you guys enjoyed this segment. I know my camera's going to cut off, but we're going to continue talking after this. But I thank you guys for coming on board and sharing this session with us. I had a very, very wonderful conversation with my brother John here, and we're going to continue. But I know our time is running out. Thank you guys for coming on board. And hey, I hope somebody out there, if only one, got the message. All right? Peace. You know, people don't. Yes, people don't have an idea of what's being said.
Well, you got me on that there. Now I'm out there for real.
There you go, brother. There you go.
I'm
But
glad
see,
you did what you did, because I probably got them 10 stuff. I wouldn't been myself.
yeah, you
You
probably
got to reel me out of this one.
would have said